Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learn back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about the ruler of the 8th house posited in the 11th house in the natal horoscope. Well, as most of you know, the 8th house is connected with sex, death, occult, astrology, metaphysical, transformation, regeneration, inheritances, other people's legacies. And the 11th house is connected with friends, acquaintances, social reform. You could even look at it as maybe activism, groups and aspirations and goals. So anyway, let me get started. Well, one thing is that the 8th house, is connected with the sexual partner, and this person, might seek a sexual partner that is, somewhat, I guess you could say, has some, might be somewhat eccentric, ingenious, non-conforming, have certain Aquarius type, tendencies or traits, could be unorthodox, could have inventive ability, have an interest in computers, electronics. This could also show that transformations might occur in conjunction with friends. This person might go through some upheavals with friends. There might be a life and death outlook on friends. Either, this person might have an outlook, well, either this person's my friend or not, kind of thing, and an all or nothing approach in these matters. Transformations, upheavals may occur, with friends, with acquaintances. There might be something where the upheavals might occur in terms of their goals and aspirations. This person can, on the negative side, could be somebody that might like to, I guess you could say somewhat manipulate or control, have strong control, as far as in connection with their friends. It could be somebody that, might be kind of the dominant one in many of their friendships, and kind of like, well, we're going to go this place or we'll go here, kind of thing. Or another way of seeing this too is that, the 8th house is connected, with astrology and the occult, and this person might bring those interests, inject them into their friendships. It could be something where this person joins a group, that is somehow, associated with astrology, the metaphysical, and or the occult, and share these like-minded interests. This person might, go on the internet, say, and do, like, say, go to like Facebook and find, groups, that have these kind of interests, that have things that are associated, with the astrology or metaphysical, occult sciences, and find like a fan page for things that are associated with this, and thus, become, part of a group, perhaps, that have these kind of interests. This could also be, the 8th house is connected with death, and, the 11th house, ruling on friends and acquaintances and aspirations. Now, it doesn't necessarily signify a literal death, I believe, friends and acquaintances, but it could show that maybe that these, certain friends and acquaintances, they might have a lot of friendships that become terminated, or they end abruptly, due to moving, to another location or something, or maybe, in some isolated instances, it might indicate that, some of their friends may, die, maybe possibly in an early age, or maybe relatively, short time after meeting this person for some reason, due to health reasons or what have you. And but I think really what it just shows is, it's like when they say death, it's like, not fatalistic. It just means, dissipating, friendships that just happen to end maybe shortly after meeting them, because there are, displacement could indicate upheavals with friends, so it could indicate the ending of a number of friendships, but then again, could also indicate a renewal or a new beginning for, for friends as well. The 8th house, look at it it rules, we could say, it's a sexual partner, and this sexual partner can impact the friendships. If the sexual partner is somewhat domineering, it could be somebody that maybe, maybe limits the person's friendships and acquaintances and wants the person to his or herself. Or it could be something where the opposite could occur, and the sexual partner may increase this person's friends and or acquaintances by introducing him to people and to certain groups. So it can, it could go either way. Another thing too is that the 8th house, the fact it's connected with inheritances, inheritances may impact, time with friends. The person, say for example, inherits an exorbitant amount of money. It could be a situation where if the person has more money, then there's more, maybe they look at it as more time with friends to go places and be able to spend money. But if the person doesn't, say if the person was in a monetary situation where they didn't have much money, they were anticipating a good amount from an inheritance and didn't receive it, it could indicate that, perhaps the time with friends could diminish due to the fact they wouldn't have, the money maybe to go out or whatever. So it, death could also impact, friendships. The person loses a prominent family member. This person might isolate his or herself, for some time, maybe go into seclusion for some time, and it could impact, the strength of some of their friendships because of this. Well, anyway, people, that will conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the ruler of the 8th house posited in the 11th house in the natal horoscope. Stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about the ruler of the 8th house and the 12th house in the natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis on a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.